Hello, everybody. This is Heatherly Cameron. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so apparently, what is going on is that there's a few different things kind of, I don't want to say in the works, but in the works. So, um, everything was fine. Stephanie and JJ ultimately won won the captain or commanders or glad or they're the bosses. Okay, they're just the bosses. Um, so I'm put onto a crew with freaking Billy and Vicky, which I'm okay with because I know Vicky from a previous game and I really like her. Um, I'm also on there with Allie and Bryce, which I know Allie from another game because basically she was like my right hand man, basically did what I told her to do. And Bryce, I don't really know him. And then I'm also on there with Shawnee, who seems to be MIA, and his partner, which is also MIA. The smart strategy on their part, because if out of sight, out of mind type situation. So we lose, shocker. But also it's a joint elimination, so which means that Alyssa, Noah, Jordan, and Logan are going to be there because their team also lost, which is fine. Noah messages me. He just like, excuse me. He's just like, yeah, man. He's like, well, good thing we're voting together. Okay, and so like a whole bunch of bullshit. Like, not really a whole lot happened last night. Talked to Stephanie a little bit. She's like, you're not going. Refuse to let you leave. I'm like, perfect. And then Regan's partner is like, bro, you better stay. And then Mike was like, man, you better stay. I'm like, good. Obviously, these people like me, which is good. Totally happy about that because I was really nervous about being first boot, especially with Noah. Um, so things kind of just slowly start working the way naturally. Naturally, people start digging their holes. I learned my mistake from last time. Don't push too hard. Throw some stuff out there, but don't push too hard. Um, so last night was fairly okay. Then today happens. Today happens. So I talked to Amber. Amber and I have a really lovely conversation about what had happened, kind of like a little bit where we stand on who we think we can trust and who we think we can work with. Um, so we're fine and everything, and then Noah messages Amber, and he's just like, "Yeah, well, I think that the vote should be um, that Billy was saying his name and Jordan's name, like their names were being popped up." And I was like, weird. Now, mind you, I had already known this. I already known that Billy and Jordan had talked about this. I talked to Jordan last night. Um, and no, I messaged Jordan earlier and about this morning. I know I'm getting out of order, but this very morning, Noah told me that he's like, well, I've been telling people that myself, Alyssa, and Logan should stay safe. And Jordan's just like, fuck my drag, right? I'm like, well, in a sense, kind of, because he's not including Jordan in on this. And so apparently, come to find out, after I talked to Billy, Noah was totally on board with voting Jordan out. And I was like, wow, really? So now a whole situation happened in the house, in the main chat now, where Billy like is totally going against Noah. Noah is really trying to rally the votes for Billy. Now I said I pre-voted. I didn't, but I told Noah that I did pre-vote. He's like, "Well, who did you vote for?" I'm like, "You said you had the votes for Billy, right?" Now Billy knows. Billy is already fully aware that everybody is quote unquote voting for him, which nobody is. Now, mind you, we're all voting for Noah. But I talked to Stephanie and I was like, "Hey, what do you think about this?" And I was very hesitant, but I was like, I feel like I can trust Stephanie. I was like, if Noah just so happens to have an idol or a power of some nature, someone has to throw a random vote. Someone has to throw a vote because what happens if Noah has an idol or a power to keep himself safe? And if he does, then he would be voting for Billy, and that means Billy and Vicky would go. Some one person has to throw a vote or potentially two people because if there is an idol and it's just ends up being like Billy and let's say they vote for like Logan or something or whatever the case might be or Shawnee, then we would have to revote, which shouldn't be an issue. But I think people being there might be an issue. Um, so I'm thinking about out of 10 people, 7 people vote for Noah. And then 2 people vote for, let's say, someone like Shawnee, who Shawnee really hasn't been around, or something of that nature. And then Noah's singular vote for Billy or whatever the fuck he wants to do. That in my head is what's going on. I brought it up to Stephanie, threw it out there, let it sit, let it evaporate, and then we'll figure it out. So Stephanie was just like, smart. What do you want to do? Do you want to be the person to throw the vote? I don't really want to be the person to throw the vote because I don't want the finger pointed back at me just in case. But we don't know if Noah has the power. I asked Billy straight up. I said, bro, does Noah have a power? He's just like, I've heard yes, I've heard no. What? You've heard yes. When would Noah have got this power? Only time I could think of Noah potentially getting this power could have been at the fucking airport. Because come to find out, it's Alyssa Shannon over there, okay? She actually found a power herself because she told Jordan she did. She has the power to switch the captains. Apparently, she told Jordan not to tell me, but Jordan told me. So I ain't going to say nothing. I'm playing dumb. Now, to me, this is bothersome because I thought we were supposed to be good this time. So I'm all right, cool. I ain't going to say nothing, but I know in the back of my head what the business is. But apparently, the vote should be Noah tonight. I don't really know. I know that's what I'm going to do probably. But Noah's gone into potential panic mode. And Noah on a panic mode, I swear, Noah during a panic mode during a game is worse than one of those guys on Maury who sit there waiting for the DNA results. It's almost as bad as that. Like, it's literally rough. And plus, we don't really know what Noah's doing. Noah had told Billy that he wants to team up with season 2 to take out season 1. But he's also said that Billy is trying to attack season 1, which doesn't, things aren't making sense. They're not adding up. I don't understand what the fuck the deal is or the business is. Something's not right. Like, there's a foul stench in the air, like a bad date. That's what it smells like is going on. So I'm trying to figure out what the business is, but also I'm not trying to put myself too out there. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm good. So it's been a little bit. I know Amber's been talking to people a little bit, but she has a lot of personal shit going on. So I'm just trying to figure out slowly but surely what's happening with these people and the situations. So hopefully things go to tonight according to plan. If not, then it's very unfortunate. As long as I'm safe, that's all that really matters to me, in my opinion. So I don't think Jordan's getting votes either. But apparently that's what Noah was saying, that Jordan's name is out there. But Jordan and Billy planned that. Like, they planned that to see if they could really trust Noah. See if he was going to run his fucking mouth. And guess what he did? He ran his fucking mouth. Shocker. Ooh, no one should be shocked about that. So I think Noah's going to be the vote tonight. And it's unfortunate. I would have loved to attempt to give them a chance, but you can't give someone a chance who you already know what they're capable of and what they're gonna do, and then they do the same bullshit that they're known for doing. So we're just gonna, fingers crossed, things kind of go in our favor tonight, and let's hope no fucking powers are played. Because apparently Noah's been up JJ's asshole for the past few days, or for the past few hours, like last night and today. And according to Stephanie says that she kind of has a hold on the whole JJ vote. Like, he will vote for Noah. But a lot of people don't like Noah, and a lot of people want to vote him out. Also, there was a rumor that Alyssa and Noah were close. And I'm just like, well, if you look at the confessionals from season 1, it's going to make it look like Alyssa and Noah are close. And I'm over here on the outs. So that's how people are kind of worried about that. But I believe Alyssa is going to vote for Noah. In my opinion, I believe she will. I haven't talked to her about it, but she said that I have a feeling she will. So we're just going to have to see where the votes land and stuff tonight. That's all. The stress is setting in already. Damn, and it's already day 4.
It's day 5.
Yes.
So, oh my God. So obviously coming into this game, you're an attorney. You've played it before. You went out kind of early.
I made it about halfway. which is
Still
still
kind of
early.
early, yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do you plan on doing differently? Like, how are you gonna make it to where you don't go out kind of early again?
Well, there's being that we have partners in this game, it changes the dynamic a lot because now ultimately you're not just playing for yourself, it's you and another person. In a sense, have to play together because you two are going to be linked together. You voting together, challenges together. Um, if one of your partners fucks up, like poor Noah's partner, what's her name, Clarissa or Katina or Charisse or whatever her name is, I don't know her name, but apparently people like her. Apparently she's real sweet, but her partner is psychotic. And so this is the downfall of that. Just like Regan. Regan's partner is really, really nice. He messaged me like, you better stay, bro. But we all know Regan is a loose cannon. So Amber and I talked about this a little bit earlier today is our strategy is we want to team up with very strong people to where they're stronger as if they win power, they can keep us safe, at least in the divisions. But also will help carry us further in this game. Because although I'm good at competitions and I know that I am, I don't want to stand out and be that competition beast, that competition threat. That's not what I want. Um, but last time what I fucked up was I fucked up the second round of I was completely safe. I had nothing to do with anything. All I had to do was sit back, shut up, and I was in a good position. My dumbass runs to Alyssa, tries to get Noah voted out. I should have shut my fucking mouth. And ever since then, that's when the whole Alyssa was coming after me, Noah was coming after me. They tried and tried and tried. Every single round, I was always paranoid because I was like, I knew that I messed up, but I knew there was nothing to fix it. So that's why I'm really trying just to sit back, chill, relax, not really throw out names, not really commit to anything. Um, be like whichever way the wind's blowing, the majority is going to go. That's the way I'm going to go. Because I don't want to I don't want myself to be put into a box, and I don't want people to put us me and Amber into a box. So the communication has to be really strong between the two of us, and we've worked on it. Like we talked about a lot of things today. We were communicating with each other. So I know where I fucked up. I hope I don't fuck up again. And I think Amber and I should be in a good position if we attach ourselves to someone like Billy and Vicky, Vicky's really good at challenges. I don't know about Billy, but Vicky's really good at challenges. Stephanie's fairly decent at challenges. Um, so that's what we're gonna try to do. In hopes that we can be carried a little bit further, but attack when we need to. Type, I guess. If that makes sense.
So, obviously, you kind of mentioned earlier in your confessional, um, shit kind of blew up in the main chat. Do you just want to kind of like re-go over that and like what your thought process was like going on while that was happening?
Well, the problem is that I'm at work, so I was only catching bits and pieces of it. But I only was catching bits and pieces of it, but I got enough to understand the general gist of the situation. Um, I guess Billy had found out that Noah is rallying votes against, at least from my understanding, that Billy's basically found out that Noah's trying to rally votes against him. And they were kind of going a little bit back and forth, back and forth. And Noah is the kind of person that he really can't handle confrontation when it comes to bigger personalities, because I know. Um, and so with Billy calling him out in the house chat, it even added more to the paranoia of Noah. And with his paranoia being as bad as it is, it's made things worse. So basically, Billy was just letting him know what he knew what was going on. Like he knew the business and knew everything of that nature. So that's when Noah kind of kicked in the high gear and was really trying to rally the votes to get out Billy. Which I thought it was kind of funny that they kind of went back and forth because if anybody else's name was kind of thrown out there, like let's say potentially mine or Allie's or whatever, we kind of felt back because with those two kind of going at it, we already, which is good for anybody else involved. I thought it was funny though. I really thought it was funny. I was like, yes, at least I don't have to be the person that looks like an asshole and start yelling at somebody already. So I liked it. I thought it was very entertaining, and people seemed to like it liked it as well. They thought it was entertaining also. So I'm hoping that it actually worked in the favor of leaning votes more towards Noah and not towards Billy. Unless Noah plays the victim. If there's a conversation had, if Noah plays the victim of he attacked me, he's an asshole, we have to get rid of him. Unless that card is played, I don't see Billy getting any votes besides maybe just the one from Noah.
So then, the final question that I have, this is a question that normally Nicole asked. You might remember it. We ask it at the beginning, and then we ask it pretty later, mid part of the season. If you could see one duo making it far in this game other than yourself, who would it be and why?
Oh, absolutely, Alyssa. Absolutely, Alyssa. Because I know how Alyssa plays, and she has she's been very laid back this round, very laid back, very chill, kind of, just watching everything, at least from my understanding. And she's setting herself up to where she can get people to be on her side and do her dirty work for her to where her hands are completely clean. And the reason why I'm picking somebody who actually is involved in the vote this round is because, like, a lot of people like Michael, who absolutely adores me, like Regan, like Zach, Jacob, people who are not involved really in conversation because they don't have to vote. So since they don't have to vote, they're not being involved into it. So that's why I say it's somebody voting, which I think will be Alyssa setting herself up great. Her name hasn't been brought up. People seem to like her partner a lot. So I think that she set herself up very, very nicely. I think Jordan would have been in a better position had his name not been used as, I guess, bait, if you will. And people seem to really like myself and Amber, and also Allie and Bryce. People know Allie. I love Allie, but she's kind of an idiot. And people know that Allie's just going to follow along whichever way the wind blows. So that's kind of like where I stand with that. I'm hoping Alyssa doesn't try to screw me over, though. I'm really hoping not. But, we'll see when that happens.
All right. So do you have anything to wrap up your confessional with before I end it?
I still trying to figure out a little bit of a stray vote. That's what I'm trying to do. I don't want this whole stray vote idea to get out there too much because that's why I've only said it to Stephanie. I've only told Stephanie about the whole situation in hopes that she understands what happened and potentially uses that as a potential strategy or a situation that we can do. I don't really know about it just yet. I don't even know if it's a good idea to really do it. But I think that it's something that we also have to consider because there was 4 powers given out the very first night. All 3 winners puzzles, and then there was the introduction videos on be the first person to send this, yada, yada, yada. Alyssa had brought that to my attention. Now, when people asked me about the powers, I told them, I was like, no, I tried to do it, and it said that it was already taken. I don't know. I don't even know. But I know Jordan has a power. Jordan told me Alyssa has a power, so I believe that. Stephanie seems to think JJ has a power. And if it's rumored to Noah potentially having a power, then that's where the 4th power is, with him. If not, it's with someone else. And I know Noah's not going to tell any of us about this power. So that's why I hate the fact that he feels so paranoid, because if he has a power, he's going to play it. Right off jump, he's going to play it, which I don't like. His paranoia being like this, I really wanted him to feel comfortable in this situation that he wasn't a target and kind of blindside him, but if he had a power that he wouldn't use it. So it's one of those things that, and just like Billy said it best, around 5 o'clock, which is, it's 2:45 right now for me, so which means it's 2:45 over on the East Coast, people are going to start to get off work around this time, and shit potentially could start hitting the fan a little bit more because people might be a little more active. So now is the perfect time just to sit back, relax, and just watch shit happen and let people come to me with information. I'm not going to campaign. My name's not being brought up. That's all that I'm going to do is just sit back and relax. So I guess we're going to see the fireworks tonight. Hopefully things go according to plan. So that's about it.
All right. Thank you so much. I'll go ahead and stop this.